Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport is home to more than 27 airlines, offering 100 non-stop domestic and international destinations. We also have some of the lowest airfares of any airport in the United States. The reason? We are home to low-cost airlines: Spirit, JetBlue, Southwest, and AirTran. More than 22 million passengers pass through our airport each year.
We have now had 25 consecutive months of growth. We've been faced with 6-minute delays, and it's only being exacerbated by the growth that we have. And Fort Lauderdale is now finally at the point that we're going to begin construction of the runway. It's going to then enable this airport to be capable of handling up to 400,000, 450,000 operations a year, and safety is going to be enhanced by the configuration of the runways. It's a very strong positive for our region.
By having 2 operating commercial runways, it's going to reduce delays at the airport. It will allow planes to flow in and out more efficiently, and that's going to be better for the operators and for customers. Spirit is all about efficiency. We like to have really low fares, and we can have lower fares when we're more efficient.
With the Atlantic Ocean at our doorstep, we have amazing beaches, crystal clear water for swimming, boating, and diving, and one of our biggest attractions, we're just minutes from the world's most popular cruise port, Broward County's own Port Everglades, home to the world's 2 largest cruise ships, the Allure and the Oasis of the Seas. There's even a world-class terminal to support the 5,000 passengers that embark on the ships every sailing.
I think the planned growth at both the port and the airport in terms of the runway expansion and the dredging project so that we can get larger ships into Port Everglades fits perfectly with the plan for tourism growth in Broward County. There is no industry in Broward County that capitalizes on the kind of economic push that tourism does, and without the support and strength of the airport and the growth at the airport, without the support and strength and the growth at Port Everglades, none of those economic benefits would be available to the businesses and the people who live in this wonderful community.
One of the first impressions a business has of a community is when they land at the airport. And was the experience pleasant? Was it easy to get around the airport? Was it easy to find the rental car? The reputation that a good airport, a well-run airport provides a business community is vital when we try to attract, especially headquarter type companies, into Broward County. And often when people come to Southeast Florida, their airport of choice is Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport. It's a nice compliment to our community, and it is a huge reputation builder.
In order to accommodate the growing passenger demand at Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport while keeping delays at a reasonable level, the Broward County Aviation Department, or BCAD, is undertaking the expansion of our South Runway. The $791 million project will extend the South Runway to an overall length of 8,000 feet and is estimated to be substantially completed in 2014. Construction of the project gets underway in 2012. And at its peak in 2013, will be contributing over $1 million per day to the local economy and construction activity.
There has been a lot of hoopla and misinformation put out by the detractors of the airport concerning the height of the runway, which is really about 57 feet above ground level, almost exactly the same height as the roadway into the airport is today, into the terminal complex. The runway exceeds all FAA standards. It does not require a restriction on it because it has an increase in the elevation. Safety has not been compromised in any way, shape, or form.
Computer-generated images of the runway show the complexity of the project, extending over the FEC railroad tracks and U.S. Highway 1 with a series of 12 bridges and tunnels. The South Runway and supporting taxiways will be elevated to extend the usable length. Elevated runways like the one being designed for FLL are actually quite common and can be found at other major airports: Atlanta Hartsfield, Chicago, Seattle, and McCarran International, for example.
This project has 2 major aspects as it relates to job creation. So during this construction period, we're looking at people who provide support to the airport. Once this project is done, when businesses have to make a decision about where they locate or relocate, it's about the ease of getting in and out of a community to be able to transact business. And Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport, we service 48 of the 50 top markets in the country. We are absolutely a community that supports the needs of businesses. And when businesses are here, jobs are flowing.
According to the airport's most recent financial impact study, the Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport is already a major economic contributor to the economy of Broward County, responsible for more than 44,000 jobs and $2.6 billion in annual economic activity. Once the construction is underway, the financial impact will increase exponentially. The airport is well underway with wetland restoration mitigation activity at West Lake Park in Hollywood, Florida, restoring long-neglected areas near the airport in order to make up for any impact we will have as we expand our South Runway.
There are two environmental sensitivities that we addressed. We have 14 or 15 low-quality wetlands that are being disturbed by the runway. And what the airport did, and Broward County did, we began mitigation of these impacts 2.5 years ago. And we utilized West Lake Park. That project's finished. It's being used as part of a model for training future environmentalists on how you mitigate situations, and we can't be prouder of something that we did. The second thing, which is with the environment, has to do with noise. And the airport has stepped forward and addressed the noise concerns of the communities adjacent to and just off the airport.
In January 2010, the Aviation Department embarked on the pilot phase of a $170 million noise mitigation program. Owners of 48 residential units close to the airport are participating in the voluntary program to have their homes insulated. They're receiving sound-reducing, impact-resistant windows and doors, and in many cases, attic insulation and central air conditioning. The runway expansion project will be funded by a combination of Federal Aviation Administration and Florida Department of Transportation grants, passenger facility charges, and general airport revenues. The Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport operates under the governance of the Broward County Board of County Commissioners and is an enterprise fund of Broward County, receiving no local tax revenues to support its operations. The South Runway project is long overdue and a welcome addition to a vibrant and diverse community that embraces low airfares in a clean, safe, and secure environment. The Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport, building for the future, today.